Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing all of my current favorites, so not just favorites from the month of March, but favorites from pretty much the year so far. So I do have makeup, skincare, and hair care. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so let's start off with skincare, and all of these products I've been testing for several months at this point, and two of these I'm actually almost completely out of because I really wanted to test them out for a few months before giving you my thoughts on them and before recommending them, because my skin is, number one, very sensitive, and on top of that, sometimes a skincare product will work for me initially and then something changes along the way within a few days or even a couple of weeks and it starts irritating my skin. So I have to really test things out before talking about them. So all of these I've tested for a few months now. I've been using them all year, but let's start off with the morning cleanser that I've been absolutely loving. This is the Cerave Hydrating Facial Cleanser for normal to dry skin. I actually tried this one years ago. I was probably in my early to mid 20s, and I remember not liking this one at all because it didn't foam up, but that's actually the reason why I like it now. I was using nothing but super foamy cleansers in the morning, and I noticed that they were drying my skin a little too much. They were just a little bit too cleansing, especially for the morning when I don't have like makeup to remove. So I wanted something gentle. I wanted something that wasn't going to leave me feeling squeaky clean, but would still cleanse my skin. So this one I ended up loving. I tried a sample from Ulta because I got one in like a mystery bag or something. So I tried it and I loved it, and I ended up purchasing this one. This is the 12 fluid ounce bottle, and this one I feel like is going to last me for months and months because, again, I only use it in the morning. At night, I still like to use a foaming cleanser just to really get everything off, but this one is perfect for first thing in the morning, and it doesn't strip my skin, but it still cleanses. And yeah, I wish I would have tried this sooner because I was dealing with a lot of dehydration and my skin was feeling super tight, but this one really helped me out with that. The Naturium BHA Liquid Exfoliant 2%. This one I would say is one of the most gentle liquid exfoliants that I've ever tried, and I have tried a few, not that many, but I've tried at least maybe like 3 in the past, and some of them were way too harsh for me, so I couldn't use them consistently, or I just had to stop using them completely. But this one is gentle enough that I can use it 2 to 3 times a week, which I feel like is just the perfect amount to use for my skin. It leaves my skin looking even, and I love that it helps to remove any dead skin. So everything just looks nice and even. It helps prevent blackheads as well, which I am very prone to getting. So it's just a really good liquid exfoliant, a lot more gentle than other ones that I've tried, especially I think because it doesn't have glycolic acid, which I think I'm a little bit sensitive to. I think I can use products every once in a while that do have glycolic acid, and I do love the results, but my skin usually ends up getting irritated. But this one doesn't have glycolic acid. This one actually has 2% salicylic acid and bioactive fruit acid, so it's just a little bit more gentle, at least for my sensitive skin. And then this one from Haruharu Wonder is the Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner, and this one is for sensitive skin. This one leaves my skin feeling so incredibly soft. Like, even just touching my skin whenever I use this, my skin feels actually softer and smoother. And because it is a thin, watery essence, it's very lightweight. So it doesn't clog my pores. It's just very gentle, but very hydrating, and it doesn't make me greasy. And this one is free of alcohol and fragrance. This is actually the sensitive skin version. They do have another one that I'm pretty sure has fragrance in it. I don't know if it has alcohol as well, but this one doesn't have either of those, which is what I'm always looking for because I am very sensitive to fragrance in my skincare products. So this one I'm definitely going to be repurchasing, and I am more than halfway through with this. So I'm going to have to place an order maybe like in a couple of weeks. And by the way, that one I only use at night. I don't feel like I need to use it in the morning because my skin doesn't really need that much hydration in the morning, but I do use that one every single night. And then the last skincare product that I have to talk about is the Naked Sundays CabanaClear Water Gel Serum with SPF 50. And I've been loving this one under makeup because it's very lightweight and it doubles for me as a moisturizer and sunscreen. So I don't feel like I need to use an actual moisturizer underneath this. This one provides enough hydration for me without having to use one. I love that it's lightweight. It does have a thinner gel serum consistency, so it's not heavy at all. It doesn't sting my eyes, which is something that I always struggle with when it comes to sunscreens. Most of them do irritate my eyes somehow, but this one doesn't. I even put it over my eyelids and I don't have any issues with it. And I love this bottle because it does have a pump, which I feel like is not very common for a sunscreen. I feel like most of them come in a squeezy tube, which I don't mind, but it is a plus that this one has a pump. So I do about 3 to 4 pumps for my entire face and my neck and my eyelids, and I also apply it to my ears. But yeah, this is a really good makeup base. It is a little bit glowy, but I wouldn't say it makes me look too glowy or greasy. I have 2 hair care products to talk about, and both of these are actually from Pantene, which I just want to say I'm so excited that drugstore hair care products have become a lot more popular and trusted, because for years I heard a lot of bad things about drugstore hair care and a lot of people just didn't trust a lot of these products. I'm glad that people like Abby Young have been recommending drugstore products, and a lot of them are amazing. Most of her recommendations have been working for me, so I always trust her with hair care recommendations in general, and a lot of the products that she recommends happen to be drugstore. She's also a certified trichologist, so I will link her down below. I'm going to try to remember to do that, but in case you haven't seen her channel or watched her videos. But these 2 products I did pick up because of her. So this one is the Pantene Pro-V Miracle Rescue 10-in-1 Multitasking Spray. This is honestly the best leave-in conditioner slash detangler that I've ever used. No exaggeration, this one is just perfect for my hair type. I don't have fine hair, but I also don't have coarse hair. I would say I'm kind of like in the middle. So certain products are too heavy for me, but then other ones are not hydrating enough. So I always have to find the perfect balance, which can be a struggle. But this one is the perfect middle ground for me. It's lightweight, but it also moisturizes and it detangles really nicely. It offers heat protection as well. So I use this one once I've towel dried my hair, and I do about 10 to 15 sprays, which might seem like a lot, but I do have a lot of hair and right now it is pretty long. So 10 to 15 sprays is usually what I use, and it does a really great job at detangling my hair, and it leaves it really soft and shiny. And then this one is also from Pantene. This is the Miracle Rescue Pro-V Intensive Bond Repair Mask. This one is a little bit thinner than some other hair masks that I've tried in the past, but it's a lot more nourishing and hydrating than other ones, which I was very surprised about. But it makes my hair feel so incredibly soft and nourished. And because it is a thinner, more lightweight texture, I can use this one a couple of times a week and I don't feel like it weighs my hair down. It also smells really good. It has a sweet citrusy scent, so yeah, I do really like the fragrance in this one. I would say it smells similar to the multitasking spray. They have a similar fragrance to them, but I use these every single week. I've been very consistent with using them, and I definitely feel like my hair has improved. It's just a lot more manageable lately, and I don't struggle with frizz quite as much as I used to. But I love that people are trusting drugstore hair care a lot more lately, and these are just really good, affordable options. But moving on to my makeup favorites, which I just noticed that all of these are technically drugstore, which I didn't even think about until right now that I was looking at all these products. So starting off with this one, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. This one is a classic for a reason. A lot of people love this one, and I truly get the hype now. I've always liked it, but I feel like now that I've been struggling with more dryness underneath my eyes and just a lot more texture, this one is one of the most smoothing and forgiving concealers that I've ever tried. I have been struggling with very dry under eyes. I have a lot more fine lines, so a lot of concealers haven't been working for me, even some of my favorite ones. So this one works great and I get minimal creasing with it. It gives great coverage. I would say it's about medium coverage. It honestly beats a lot of high-end concealers, and I do have some favorite high-end concealers, but this one is better than most of them. So yeah, I can't get enough of this one. I can't stop using it, and clearly I have used up quite a bit of this, so I'm going to be repurchasing it when I run out. The Physicians Formula Butter Go and Glow Multi-Use Stick. This one I have in the shade Sunkissed Rose. This one has such a nice creamy texture and it's not difficult to blend out. Definitely more blendable than the Maybelline Lifter Stix. This one is just a lot easier to work with in my opinion, and that one I used in a couple of videos. I will try to link them down below where I'm testing out that product, but I didn't end up liking that one very much. I can get it to work, but I'd rather not use it. But this one is so blendable. It's super creamy, so it does glide on very easily. And I would say the bronzer side is more pigmented than the blush side, but this is such a pretty rose shade. I actually like that it's a little less pigmented than the bronzer because I can really apply it heavily and not worry that it's going to be too much. So I do go in pretty heavy-handed with the blush side. I just like a blushier look, so I do apply quite a bit of it, but it never looks too intense or too pigmented. But I've been using this one a ton, and I definitely like it a lot more than the Maybelline Lifter Stix. I know they didn't come out with any blush shades, but as far as the bronzer goes, this one is a lot more blendable and it never looks patchy. It has a really pretty satin finish, so not completely matte. And I would say the blush side has a little bit more of a dewy finish, but it's also not sticky, so I highly recommend this one. They do have some other shades, by the way. I think they have 3 more shades. But this one I think is the second lightest one, which works really nicely for me. And then this one from Kimchi Chic. This is the Thailor blush in the shade 06 Vacation. First of all, this packaging is super cute. I love the heart shape and it's very shiny. But the blush in here, or actually you get 2 blush shades. This is such a pretty blush duo. You get a lighter pink and then a deeper rosy bronzy blush shade, but I love combining both of these, so I did my brush back and forth between both of them, and I get the prettiest rosy bronzy blush, and it has a really pretty satin finish, so it looks glowy on the cheeks. It is a more pigmented blush, so I do have to be more light-handed, but it's also not extremely pigmented. I feel like it's just right in the middle, but I feel like this blush is not talked about enough. I think it deserves more hype. I know cream and liquid blushes are very popular, but I still love a powder blush, especially if it has a satin finish. So this is one of my favorite blushes now, and Kimchi Chic I think is available at CVS now. So it is more of an affordable makeup brand, even though it isn't technically drugstore. And then the last product that I have to talk about is this one from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil, and I do have 2 shades of this. I first purchased the shade 601 Worth It, but I ended up loving it, so I picked up this one. This one is called La Nuit Sparkle, and it's a really pretty brown glittery lip oil. What I love about these is that they're very hydrating on the lips and they're very comfortable. These shades are very pretty as well. Right now I'm wearing the shade 601 Worth It, but I'm gonna go ahead and reapply it because I have been talking for a while, so it did mostly rub off. It is a lip oil, so it's not going to last as long as a regular lip gloss, but it makes my lips look really nice and smooth. And I really like the doe foot applicator because it is pointed, so I can be very precise with it. But yeah, very nourishing and hydrating. And it does have that minty, cooling feeling on the lips. It also burns a little bit, but it's not super intense like a regular lip plumper, so it doesn't feel uncomfortable. But if you don't like that minty, almost burning feeling on the lips, then I don't think you're gonna like these. But yeah, this is the shade Worth It, and it is a mid-tone pinky nude, and I'm wearing the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Wherever Walnut. I hadn't worn these together, but I love this combo. And then, like I said, the shade La Nuit Sparkle is a brown glittery shade, and this one reminds me of Hot Chocolate from the Fenty Gloss Bombs. They do look very similar, I just haven't swatched them side by side, but that one is another favorite of mine. But those are all of my current beauty favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what some of your current favorites are in the comments down below, and if you think I should try anything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!